We're seeing you here in the new comedy rom-com, as I think it is. We need to talk. How did you get the name, gamer handle, I should say, Tango Unchained? Was it already in the cards for you?
Tell you something. Todd Wolf, that's who we need to blame for Tango Unchained, right? In a good way. Todd is the writer, director, producer, and he's a very good friend of mine. We go back 10 years. And when he presented me with this with opportunity, I was like, man, I love the script. The script has heart, it's funny, it's romantic. Hey Trey, I want you to play a gamer. And I was like, well, I don't play video games. So, but I'm an actor, and whatever I need to do to dive into character, I was willing to do that. And then of course, when he said James Maslow, Great Scott is the star, and Emily Bett Ricards, and Jonathan Fernandez, and Crystal Khalil, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. But this movie, We Need to Talk, it's more than just a comedy for me. And I tell everybody this that has watched it, every time I watch it, I laugh, but it's some serious moments because you got to think about Great Scott, the gamer, the YouTube sensation. He spends so much time on this video game, and he's successful in one field. But what about the people that really love him? You know, what about his girlfriend? What about his friends that really care for him that he may not be paying enough attention to or neglect? You know, so when I speak about the film, it's like this is a film that's going to resonate with so many people around the world, you know, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Did you then take some time, since you didn't have any gaming experience, to maybe play around a little bit, see what it was like, get a feel for it, since you would be playing around with that controller on screen, headset and all?
Yeah, actually I did, because I got a 15-year-old son who plays video games. So I learned from him. And then Todd Wolf was very helpful on set because Todd is a gamer. You know, so you know, every now and then you might catch me trying to play some Call of Duty or Mortal Kombat. I don't know. But at the same time, I loved playing this role because it allowed me to enter the world of gamers. And I was like, wow, they could literally spend 24 hours, a whole day, playing video games,
sitting on that couch.
Yeah, sitting on the couch, and they don't care what's going on. You know, so for me, We Need to Talk is definitely, it's for me, like I said, it's a rom-com, but it's a message-driven film. And it relates to when people look at their phones constantly. You got young kids out here right now seeking validation from a comment on Instagram. And it's like, that's not how it's supposed to be done. You know, don't put all your eggs in Instagram for them to validate you or tell you how pretty you are, or beautiful, or how nice you look, and this and that. So it's a real deep message. And I loved playing Tango Unchained and We Need to Talk.
Since you were buddies with Todd, and since this was a gaming character, was there any room to improvise when it came to your chats with Great Scott?
You know what was so funny? None of it was improvised because we got to keep in mind, Todd Wolf wrote Tango Unchained for me. He said that. He said, when I wrote this character, I had you in mind. And everything that I said, it wasn't ad-lib. That's the crazy part. It was off script. And when I looked at it, I was like, this is something that I really would have said to my friends, right?
He knows you then, I guess. He knows you well.
Oh yeah, this is a 12-year relationship. He knows me. He knows me well.
Did you and James then get to spend much time together before filming started to develop any kind of buddy things? I mean, obviously, you guys are sort of virtual friends at this point, though.
No, James. I showed up to set on one of James' scenes that I wasn't even in because I'm such a huge fan, and our kids, my sister, everybody, we grew up on Big Time Rush. I mean, come on. So playing in a movie with James was amazing. And then you got to understand, James Maslow he's just a down-to-earth guy. Like he's like a brother that your long lost brother that you just met. Like, hey, oh, James, yeah. And we just hit it off, man. And I've really, he's incredible in this movie. It's Great Scott, as that gamer, man. He's incredible. And I don't know, we need to talk. It's amazing. It's everywhere. It's on all digital platforms. And I want people to watch it and see all of our talent and see what we did and what we put together. Todd Wolf, he put his heart and soul into writing, directing, and producing this movie. And we know because we was on set.
Well, I think the gaming scenes are probably some of my favorites just because that's really how people get advice these days. I mean, if I wanted to go to get some advice these days about my relationship or stuff, sometimes social media is the only place you feel comfortable venting. Yeah. So maybe talk about some of your most memorable moments from filming. Obviously, they have to be whatever Todd scripted and Great Scott. We're just, like he's in the streets. She's not in the streets. Come on.
Yeah. Some of my favorite moments was
that's such a Django thing.
Yeah.
Thing to say. And that's such a, a white person reaction. She's not in the streets.
Definitely she might be in them street scene. That was one of my favorites. And when I was talking to Cal, the kid, the 12-year-old, about me
birth control and all.
Yeah, living in the house with my mother but getting paid for chores, like that was an amazing scene. But like when I watch the film, I'm like, man, this film is huge. Like this is big. It's covering so much, and we just wanted to put together a beautiful project. And I know that's what we did. Because people like myself that can quote lines, when people start quoting lines from a film, it's a big deal. And
it doesn't even get serious until the end. You think that it's, the minute she says we need to talk, that things are going to be serious the whole time. No, it's a comedy. I love that it's a comedy. It's not until the very end where it becomes the drama part of it.
But that's what I loved about it, because it had layers.
Absolutely.
From beginning to end, it was the layers. It was, okay, this is funny. Oh, this might be a little serious, but then it got serious. Especially with them in the back of that the axe throwing facility when you're overlooking Philly, and they're going back and forth. And because James Maslow's character was so used to a certain type of behavior for 10 years, that's all he was focused on, not understanding Allie's feelings. And Crystal Khalil, she played that part so amazing, because it was like, after you take care of your business, because you're thinking about self, you're not thinking about nobody else's feelings. Now you want to propose? No, that's not how this works. It has to be a mutual, love feeling.
Communication is a two-way street, they say, right?
Yeah, that's real. That's real talk, for real.
You're a part of social media, and the film came out on Friday. What kind of responses have you been receiving so far to the movie? Got to be a little bit of overwhelming messages from friends and people who are supporters of your work that are just like, this one's it. This one's it, Trey.
Everybody loves it. And it's tripping me out. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not tripped out because I didn't expect everybody to love it. It's a different role for me. You know, people used to send me play Poot on The Wire. They used to send me play Police Officer Gordon Hawk on HBO Max. We Own This City. Saints and Sinners, Kendrick Murphy. Like I'm in a couple of different projects that people really watch, you know. So watching We Need to Talk was like, whoa, you played a video gamer. So you're showing you being versatile in roles. So I don't have to always get typecast, you know. So I'm happy with the responses.
I mean, I was going to say, you've been in a lot of dramas lately, and this seems to be like a great step for you when it comes to comedy. So people can see how versatile you are. And I think this is such a great platform for both of it. I mean, you get to step into that. So what are the other projects that you've been busy working on? I know that you have a lot going on for you. You're on a whole bunch of shows at the moment.
Yeah. So We Own the City, HBO Max. Go watch all of the episodes right now. I play a police officer, Gordon Hawk. Then Saints and Sinners on Bounce TV. But right now, if you go to Hulu and if you go to the Brown Sugar app, you can watch all 5 seasons, 6 seasons on Brown Sugar app. And then Undeniable, the Trey Chaney story, is on Tubi. I want people to go watch Undeniable, the Trey Chaney story because it's amazing. It captures my journey from when I was 8 years old, getting on, you know, performing at the Apollo, winning 5 times in a row. And then fast forward, I get booked for The Wire, which was my first audition, first job I ever booked as an actor. And, you know, once The Wire ended, I had to rebrand myself. I got out on the streets of Washington, D.C. I sold my merchandise out the trunk of my car, and it created the buzz for Saints and Sinners. My brother, George Pierre, who's a big casting director around the world, he called me and he said, man, I have this role for you in this hit show on Bounce TV called Saints and Sinners. And it's been amazing. 6 Hearts, One Beat is on Tubi right now.
Wow.
That's another movie that you will love. I play a character named Devarius White who falls in love with a woman with 4 kids. And it's a beautiful love story. You definitely gonna cry, Dan. I can tell you.
I mean, Trey, you do such great work on our screens. I mentioned it before already. You know, there's so much that you're a part of right now, and you have a diverse fan base that truly love you from all of the things that you do, whatever you've been a part of. What would you like to say to the fans and supporters of people who continue to just really enjoy your work and have lifted you up along the way?
What I want to say to all of my fans and supporters that have lifted me up all through the way is I love you all. And I feel like if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here. Y'all keep watching all of my projects in television, film, my documentary. You all are supporting ChaneyWay.com, which is my website with all of my merchandise. And I truly appreciate it. All I can think of is one word: gratitude. That's it. Yeah, I'm excited.